We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, our broadcast location today. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, to be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sabonis.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Turner and Sabonis playing inside. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Brogdon in at the 1. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bradley is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Conley against Brogdon. And there's the pass to Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Count it. Good.
Oladipo getting it going right now. I love seeing it. Devastating from this area on the court.
Now here is Conley. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. Outside, Bogdanovich. Mitchell wide open. Oh, good on the triple. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. And the wide open shot from Warren. Open jump shot off the mark. Conley into the lane. And it's sent back by Turner. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
This is his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. Clark right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
Now here's Bradley. 8 points his last outing. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Here's Oladipo. Gobert with the block. Bogdanovich against Warren. Gobert the pass to Conley. The shot missing. So Indiana will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Oladipo after the basket by Utah. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. And here's Gobert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. Pass to Sabonis. It's stolen by Bradley. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots over Warren. And there's Bogdanovich. That's good on the assist from Conley.
Confidence is not lacking with Bogdanovich, and he shows it on these shots.
Brogdon with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Oladipo. Michael Conley making his last shot. Oladipo finds Brogdon. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. The Jazz have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Mitchell. From downtown, Conley's shot is off.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The 3 from Warren connects from 3-point range.
Boy, you got to admire the passing skills of Oladipo. Easily connecting with teammates.
Jazz trail by 3. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Gobert down low. Defended by Sabonis. It's good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Back to Sabonis. Clock at 6. And Warren, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Warren's got 5 points so far.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
And you know what? He does. I mean, in the NBA, you've got to have ways to score over defenders of all sizes.
Now, here's Bradley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley against Brogdon. Here's Warren. Offensive rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Brogdon. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Bradley with some nice D.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Conley against Brogdon. Gobert down low. Here's Mitchell. Bradley trying to break free. And it's Mitchell missing. Indiana trailing here.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the bucket by the Jazz. Outside Warren. Turner dishes to Warren. 6 to shoot. Brogdon outside. Fades. The shot by Turner no good. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Lamb, he's checked in for Indiana. T.J. McConnell comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Davis comes in for Bradley, and Williams-Goss subbed in for Mitchell. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
So he gets them both. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demands.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
They get it again. Leaf. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 1.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Utah. And Davis sends it back. Here's Williams-Goss, and it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 1. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Mudiay looking around. Pass to Gobert. Clarkson on the wing. The tray. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Lamb. Hits the target from 18 feet. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
Lamb plays with a nice flow and rhythm. I mean, he's really skilled at pulling up on a dime and delivering in a nice fashion.
Here's Williams-Goss. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And Lamb kicks to Turner. Outside, Lamb. Kept alive by Indiana, but they get it back. Shots good by Leaf.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Jazz trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Clarkson. Down low. Here's Davis. Kicks it to Moutier. Fires the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McDermott passes to Leaf. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in. Aaron Holiday's checked in for Indiana. On the free throw, no good. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those 2 teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Now, here's Clarkson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. McDermott kicks to Holiday. To the middle. It's stolen by Moutier. The pass to Clarkson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
From deep 3-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. Right back after this break. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Jazz, Moutier out there with Williams-Goss. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And there's Davis. And it's Niang in at the 4-man position. That one drops. He ties it up. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Mudiay. That is his first foul of the game. Now McDermott still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Holiday. Puts up a 3. Utah with the rebound. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Here's Williams-Goss. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And the first one drops. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Bradley's checked in for Williams-Goss. And so here is Indiana. It's a 5-point game. McConnell kicks to Leaf. Great D that time from Davis.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And there it is for him.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. McConnell kicks to McDermott to the paint, looking to end the run, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
Utah leading by 5. Now here's Mudiay. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Holiday gets the bucket. And here's Mudiay. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Jazz have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mike Conley comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Leaf. Warren comes in for Lamb. Oladipo, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Free throw good. Clarkson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Oladipo misses. Jazz leading by 6. Outside Conley. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Oladipo. Here's Sabonis. And it's blocked by Conley. Clarkson on the wing. Defended by Sabonis. And that one good from Clarkson.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pacers trail by 8. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Brogdon. Oladipo trying to get open. Here's Sabonis. Stolen by Michael Conley. Oladipo against Mitchell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Mitchell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz. Brogdon with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Sabonis kicks to Oladipo. Back to Sabonis. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. Oladipo misses.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
The shot's good. And now it's a 12-point Jazz lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Brogdon. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Stolen by Michael Conley. One-on-one here. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Fellow Buckeye Mike Conley, one of the outstanding point guards in the league. His defensive prowess, superb. He's not afraid to go after steals, and he usually gets his share.
Timeout called the Pacers. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in, and a change for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for McDermott. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. They trail by 14. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Now, here's Warren. He had 13 points in the win against Denver.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Niang passes to Bogdanovich, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
The dish now to Turner. Pass to Oladipo. Pass to Warren. 6 to shoot. Rebound, Utah. Niang's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Looking at the numbers here for Oladipo, this past month he's really set himself apart. 14th and 3-point field goal percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Timeout called the Pacers.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Mitchell, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if he'll make it to #1, but you'd have to say he's going to be a part of the contest for sure.
It's looking that way, and the contest will be a lot better off having him in it. He always puts on a show.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Now Warren, after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. Count that bucket. 7 points for T.J. Warren.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Bogdanovich gets to Conley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Brogdon. Michael Conley making his last shot. Brogdon finds Warren. Shoots over Bradley. And the shot by Warren, no good. Utah leading by 15. Here's Bogdanovich, and Utah again with the bucket.
And, you know, offensively, I like the versatility of Bogdanovich. I mean, not just a spot-up guy. He can hurt you in a number of ways at that end of the floor on offense.
Now, here's Brogdon. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes to Warren. All alone. Misses off the right iron.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Conley gets the bucket.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Here's Brogdon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Utah's on defense. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And it's blocked by Bradley. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Now Oladipo. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Sabonis.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Shooting two.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Pacers trail by 21. Oladipo, the pass to Turner. Brogdon outside. The pass to Warren. Turner trying to free himself up. Gobert with the block.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this boy. Man.
And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovic, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Two.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
Ed Davis is checked in for Utah. Then for the Pacers, Jeremy Lamb comes in for Warren. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovich with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
And Davis sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
T.J. Leaves checked in for Indiana. T.J. McConnell comes in for Victor Oladipo. And Mitchell drops them both. So it's the Pacers now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Holiday, here we go. Out to Turner. To end the drought. Gobert pulls it in.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
Now, here's McConnell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down low, here's Lamb. Great D that time from Davis.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And it's the Pacers with the ball after the basket by Utah. McConnell passes to Lamb. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Lamb's got his second basket of the night.
You know, wanting to get better at shooting the three-ball, Lamb, the key to improving is the confidence you gain from putting in the work to get better.
Here's Davis, and again it's Utah.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair, and frankly, that's probably a good idea.
I know there's some teams out there that would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but, you know, getting a few to drop from in close or inside the arc is often a good way to get your whole offense going.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Outside Holiday.
Yeah, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Moutier, he's checked in for Bogdanovich.
One shot.
Hey, that's all you.
52 seconds left in the first half. McConnell scanning the floor. Pass to Lamb. Here's Leaf. Puts up a three. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Williams-Goss lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Williams-Goss has got 6 in the quarter. And here are the Pacers now. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Holiday dishes to Turner. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Jazz out in front, running away with this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Donovan Mitchell was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
It was just Donovan Mitchell imposing his will. Physically gifted, coachable, and the man works tirelessly. So much heart in this game.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shot. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Jazz shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. On the court for Indiana, Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Turner and Sabonis playing inside. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. Just 5 on the clock. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And Indiana shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Here's Sabonis. The shot, no good. Bradley with some nice D.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's Oladipo. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. And that one drops. And that's now 7 points for Victor Oladipo. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Williams-Goss. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here is Warren. He has 7. Brogdon outside. Oladipo outside. Gobert with the block. Here's Williams-Goss. He's covered by Warren. And here's Conley outside. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
The Pacers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. Oladipo with the ball. Conley picks him up. And it's Oladipo again missing.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Brogdon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Sabonis. He feeds it to Turner. The kick out to Oladipo. Clock at 6. A 3 ball. Good on the 3-point shot. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
Conley against Brogdon. Out left to the wing. Gobert with a wide open look. And it's off the back rim. No good. Lottery pick back in 2016, Clark, if there was a question for Domantas Sabonis coming into the league. It was about his length and agility relative to NBA athletes.
Yeah, and you know, those were legitimate questions, Kevin. He's not a big-time shot blocker, but he is nimble for a big guy. Doesn't possess the typical length of a guy his size, but he's got great strength. He's got good quickness, if not speed. And that strength and quickness and know-how serve him well.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. And the Jazz making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. McDermott's checked in for the Pacers. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Warren. There's the triple. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And it's Conley penetrating, and it's good. 2 points. Conley's got 15. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Oladipo against Mitchell. Oladipo misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
So it's the Pacers now. Knocked away. Conley with a wide open look. And again, it's the Jazz from deep. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Utah.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Brogdon with it. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Oladipo. Can they get it? Tries again. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Utah called for the foul.
I look at Sabonis as a terrific stretch 4. He's a guy who can play either power forward or center, and he has excellent length and a nice touch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Clark, you always say you can't run away from the DNA. Well, Sabonis, the son of the Lithuanian legend Arvydas Sabonis.
Kevin, I'm glad you've been paying attention to me over the years. You're right, though. That DNA stays with you. And the younger Sabonis has done his dad very proud. He's 6'11" to his dad, 7'3", but he's displayed the same kind of combination of strength and skill that his dad possessed.
And here's Utah. They're on a 16-6 run. Outside Conley. Now the pass to Niang. That one's not going to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Pass to Clarkson. Niang kicks to Conley. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Conley. Bradley's got 6.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Here's Oladipo.
Oh! Oh, man. Boy, he's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why he's participated in the slam dunk contest before. This guy can fly.
Now here is Conley. He's got 18. Niang, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Here's Bradley following the basket by Doug McDermott. Pass to Clarkson. Now here's Bradley, guarded by Oladipo. Fades and shoots. Here's Gobert, and the layup is good. 6 points for him.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Now, here's Warren. He's got 7. The kick out to Oladipo. From outside, off the mark. Utah has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. There's the killer two-handed slam.
The total answer for this team. Clarkson on one tonight.
Here's Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Warren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Indiana, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Warren. A different look for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Bogdanovich comes in for Bradley. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. TJ Leaves checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for McDermott. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's TJ McConnell in for Brogdon. Both free throws good from Warren. Now, Moutier, he's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He kicks it to Clarkson. The pass to Bogdanovich. From deep. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. And it's Davis missing.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Leaf, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Moutier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. With the fadeaway. And it's Davis missing.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Lamb passes to Holiday. Back to Lamb. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Jazz. They're 4th in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And I think for the Jazz, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Davis finds Bogdanovich. Utah needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The wide open look here for Holiday. Goes back up. The shot's good from Leaf. Leaf's got 14 points for the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Now, here's Moutier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Good on the shot.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pacers shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. McConnell passes to Leaf. Warren against Bogdanovich. Pass to Leaf. Outside Warren. Shot on the wing, and the shot goes in. He's got 11. And here's Moutier. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Davis. Moutier with the ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovich. How his last 10 games have gone. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
And he makes the first.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Williams-Goss is checked in for Jordan Clarkson. The Pacers also with a sub. Turner's checked in. Both free throws good for Moutier. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Outside, Lamb. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Passes it to Williams-Goss. To the middle. Here's Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Not just a floor spacer now. Bogdanovich getting inside there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
You know, you look at Bogdanovich, and this guy is really outstanding at taking high percentage shots, and he's got what I call a natural scoring ability and mentality.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now here is Holiday. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And the pass to Lamb. Fires for 3. Kept alive by Indiana.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Moutier. Pass to Niang. Tries from 10. From down in the low post, it goes. Niang's got 6 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's McConnell. No points in the game yet for him. Bogdanovich against Lamb. Back to Turner. He dishes it to Lamb. Over Bogdanovich. Again, Indiana.
You know, you got to be aware of Lamb's shooting ability. This guy's got a nice stroke. The jump shot, I think, is the strongest part of his game.
Moutier pass to Williams-Goss. Here's Davis. No good off the front iron. Here's McConnell. Over Moutier, and McConnell gets it to go. And so it's the Utah Jazz way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. We've got Davis, Moutier out there with O'Neal, and it's Niang in at the power forward position. That's the group right now for Utah. Now here is Holiday. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
First free throw is good. That one is no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Oni, the rebound by Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. The Jazz shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Now here's Moutier. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
And Indiana shooting just 34% from the floor. Moutier against Holiday. Fires the three. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's McDermott, uses the glass to finish the layup.
McDermott does a solid job scoring close to the basket at 6'8". His size allows him to capitalize from there.
Moutier against Holiday. Inside. Here's Niang. A rebound by Bitadze. And the call will be against George Niang. That's foul number 2 for him. The Jazz making a switch here. Tucker's checked in. The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Outside Holiday. To the paint. Here's McDermott. Back to Holiday. Pass to Bitadze. Back to Holiday. Second shot opportunity. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now Tucker. Left side, Bradley. From 10 feet out. And the call will be against George Niang. And that'll be his third foul so far. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze. Good. Bitadze's got his first 2 points.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Just 4 to shoot. Holiday finds McDermott. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Jazz.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Out to the right wing. Tucker, the pass to Niang. Oni misses, and the dry spell continues.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Here's Holiday after the basket by Utah. Looking to end his cold spell, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Now here is Holiday. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Doug McDermott.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Kicks to O'Neal. Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. Second chance shot. The 17-footer goes down. Now here is Holiday. Dishes it to McDermott. And here's Holiday. A floater, and he sinks the layup. Holiday's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Tucker. Over to the wing. Clark, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Holiday, the pass to Holiday. Back to Holiday. Shoots the three. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Tucker. Outside Bradley. Pacers with the rebound. Bitadze's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Nice open look, but it's no good. To the inside. A rebound by Bitadze. Bitadze's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Now, here's Tucker, guarded by Holiday. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his 2nd year, but his 1st year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Davis is checked in for the Jazz. In Indiana with a change here, too. TJ Leafs checked in for McDermott. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Indiana's ball. Double team on Holiday to the wing right side. Here's Leaf. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Holiday. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right, right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Nailed from three-point land.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Tucker, guarded by Holiday. 6 to shoot. From the wing. Not going to go that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Holiday finds Holiday. No good on that one. Davis with some nice D. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now, here's Tucker. D right on him. The pass to Niang. Oni. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, you know, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.